A Guide for Immigrants Accused of Crimes in Florida. Written by Joseph Mitkevichus. What type of lawyer do you need? One of the first questions immigrants have is, do I need a criminal defense lawyer or an immigration lawyer? Or both? This can be confusing, so let's break it down. Criminal defense lawyer. This attorney handles the criminal charges in criminal court. They will defend you against the state's accusations or federal charges if it's a federal case. In Florida, if you cannot afford a lawyer, a public defender will be assigned to your case for free. They are paid by the state. Criminal defense lawyers deal with things like evidence, witnesses, plea negotiations, and trials. Every person accused of a crime has a right to a criminal defense lawyer, and having one is absolutely necessary. If you hire a private criminal attorney, make sure to tell them you are not a U.S. citizen right away. This is vital because it will affect their strategy. Immigration lawyer. This attorney handles issues related to your immigration status, for example, deportation defense, bond hearings in immigration court, or applications for relief, like asylum, cancellation of removal, etc. An immigration lawyer does not automatically come with your criminal case. In immigration proceedings, the government will not provide a free lawyer. You have to hire one or find free legal aid. If ICE gets involved and starts a deportation case against you, an immigration lawyer becomes very important. However, at the early stages, right after arrest, the immigration lawyer's role might be as a consultant, to advise you or your criminal attorney about what immigration consequences could happen and how to avoid them. So which one do you need? Usually you need a criminal defense lawyer first, because the criminal case is happening right now. But you also need to make sure that lawyer either understands immigration consequences or can get advice from someone who does. Under U.S. law, per a Supreme Court case called Padilla v. Kentucky, defense attorneys must inform non-citizen clients about the immigration risks of a plea or conviction. In reality, not all lawyers are experts in this area. Many public defenders and criminal lawyers are extremely busy and may not know the complex details of immigration law. This is why you and your family should be proactive. Ask the criminal lawyer early on, do you know how this charge could affect my immigration status? Should we talk to an immigration attorney? It is not rude to ask. It's important. If you can afford it, you might choose to hire a private criminal defense attorney who specializes in representing non-citizens, or even hire both a criminal lawyer and an immigration lawyer to work together. Some law firms, or nonprofit legal groups, have partnerships where criminal and immigration attorneys collaborate on cases like yours. If you have a public defender, they might have an immigration specialist on staff, or they might reach out to organizations like the Immigrant Defense Project or Florida Immigrant Coalition for guidance. You or your family can also seek an outside immigration lawyer for a consultation to make sure nothing is missed. Real-world tip. Families on forums like Reddit often advise finding a lawyer who understands both criminal and immigration law. For example, one person said the only thing that might save his friend was finding an attorney who specializes in the immigration consequences of criminal convictions, rather than just using the company's immigration lawyer, who might not know criminal law. This shows how important a specialized defense is. In summary, you definitely need a criminal defense lawyer for your criminal case. Inform them about your immigration status, whether you're undocumented, on a visa, a green card holder, DACA, TPS, asylum seeker, etc. Then, depending on your case, you may also need an immigration lawyer, especially if the charges are serious or if ICE gets involved. If you can only have one lawyer due to cost, make sure that lawyer knows the stakes for you as an immigrant. Do not hesitate to ask them to research the immigration consequences or to contact an expert. Your future in the U.S. could depend on it.